It started with a flicker on a Pentagon monitor, a routine log entry, an unusual IP address buried deep in the traffic. At first, analysts thought it was nothing, just another probe, common on government systems every day. But then the log repeated, and again, something or someone was inside. The Pentagon's digital defenses were supposed to be impenetrable. Billions invested, top-tier firewalls, constant monitoring. And yet, in the spring of 2016, an intruder had slipped past them all. The first signs were subtle. Files loading slower than normal. Background processes triggering at strange hours. But then, one night, entire directories of classified documents were quietly copied out. Blueprints, strategic assessments, internal communications, gone. The breach wasn't discovered until days later. By then, the hacker had vanished, leaving nothing but fragments of code, snippets written in a style analysts had never seen before. The Department of Defense called it the most significant cyber theft in U.S. military history. And the hunt began. Inside a secure room in Arlington, a task force formed overnight. NSA cryptographers, cyber command officers, FBI specialists in digital forensics. They had one mission: find the ghost in the system. The code name for the operation, Shadow Trace. The first clue came from the malware itself. It wasn't off the shelf. It wasn't something you could buy on the dark web. It was handcrafted, custom, lines of code stitched together with almost artistic precision. One analyst remarked, "This isn't a script kiddie. This is a professional." Even stranger, the malware didn't just exfiltrate files. It cleaned up after itself, deleting logs, masking timestamps, even planting decoys to throw investigators off the trail. Whoever wrote it knew exactly how Pentagon systems worked. Suspicion immediately turned outward. Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, all had the capability, all had the motive. But as the weeks dragged on, the evidence pointed somewhere else. Buried inside the code were comments, short phrases written by the hacker, not in Russian, not in Mandarin, but in English. Fluent, casual, almost mocking, as if the hacker wanted them to know he was one of their own. The press eventually caught wind. Headlines screamed, "Pentagon secrets stolen by mysterious hacker." Commentators speculated on what was taken: nuclear launch protocols, or plans, diplomatic cables. The truth was classified, but insiders whispered that some of the stolen files contained contingency strategies for cyber warfare itself. Ironically, the very playbook for defending against hacks like this. It was as if the thief had stolen the lock and the key at the same time. Months turned into years. The task force followed trail after trail. Compromised servers in Eastern Europe, VPNs routed through South America, decoy accounts bouncing signals through Africa. Every time they thought they were close, the trail evaporated. The hacker was always a step ahead. One FBI agent compared it to chasing a ghost in a hall of mirrors. But then came the break. In 2019, during a separate investigation into a darknet marketplace, agents stumbled upon a cache of files. Encrypted, but familiar. They matched the signatures of the Pentagon theft. Hidden in the metadata was a handle, a single alias that investigators had never seen before: Specter. For the first time, the ghost had a name. Specter had a name, but not a face. Investigators now knew the alias, and that was enough to start pulling threads. The NSA cross-referenced every known hacker handle across darknet forums, IRC logs, and encrypted chat rooms. Specter appeared rarely, but always in places where the world's best hackers gathered. He didn't brag. He didn't sell tools. He only left taunts, short, cryptic messages that vanished as quickly as they appeared. One read: "You guard secrets with walls. I walk through walls." The hunt went global. In 2020, British intelligence traced one of Specter's command servers to a rural farmhouse outside Bucharest. A joint raid with Romanian police found racks of servers, dozens of hard drives, and fragments of Pentagon files. But Specter was gone. Neighbors claimed they had seen a quiet man in his 30s, pale, always indoors. He vanished 2 days before the raid. Investigators believed he had been tipped off. The following year, a near miss occurred in Thailand. An American undercover agent posing as a buyer for stolen data arranged a meeting with someone believed to be Specter. The meeting was set in a Bangkok hotel, but when agents stormed the room, they found only a laptop on the bed. Its webcam light was on. On screen, a live video feed showed a hooded figure typing. Then words appeared on the screen. Close, but not close enough. The laptop shut itself down, wiping the drive in seconds. Meanwhile, the fallout of the Pentagon breach deepened. Though the U.S. never officially confirmed what had been stolen, whispers inside defense circles grew louder. Some said Specter had stolen war game simulations, digital blueprints of how the U.S. might respond to cyber attacks, invasions, even nuclear threats. Others believed he had taken lists of covert operatives. If true, lives were in danger. The pressure to capture him escalated. In 2022, Specter resurfaced. This time, not in shadows, but in headlines. A major European defense contractor was hacked. Blueprints for next-generation fighter jets stolen. The style of code matched the Pentagon breach. At the bottom of one file, a single line: Specter walks among you. The message wasn't just to governments. It was to the world. By 2023, the hunt reached its peak. U.S. Cyber Command, working with allies, tracked Specter's digital movements to a data center in Buenos Aires. For weeks, surveillance teams watched. They monitored Wi-Fi signals, intercepted emails, tracked shipments of new servers. Finally, they struck. A midnight raid, dozens of agents, a full lockdown of the building. They capture a man, late 30s, thin, unshaven, surrounded by laptops and hard drives. At first, it seemed the hunt was over. But then came the twist. The man wasn't Specter. He was a proxy, hired to maintain the servers, paid in cryptocurrency, kept in the dark about who he worked for. When interrogated, he gave investigators one last chilling detail. He had never met his employer. Instructions came encrypted, voice masked, and every message ended with the same signature: Specter. To this day, Specter has never been caught. Some in intelligence believe he was a lone hacker, a savant who outsmarted the world's most powerful military. Others are convinced he was a front, one man taking credit for a foreign state's operation. But the Pentagon's secrets remain gone, and in classified briefings, the name Specter still surfaces. Because whenever a major cyber attack rocks the world, one question always follows: was it him?